Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Game, and we are returning to a Let's Play of Command, where things are escalating between Russia and NATO. Last time around, the Russians did sink a couple of our ships in this area here off the Black Sea, which was obviously a huge loss for us. But in retaliation, we have started to send out quite a couple of our airstrikes. They're going to arrive here in about 3 hours or so. We'll need to stagger and, I think, launch per our plan some more fighters here from Aviano in about 10 minutes or so. We're probably going to launch them, maybe 5. Let's call that 5 minutes or so. And that's going to be alright. So, until then, though, we do have a couple of things that we have planned for this time around. The first thing is, we want to try to strike at the Russian fleet up here. So, try to retaliate. We're going to move up a lot of our groups here. And what's your range here, by the way? 75 miles. Why do you have such a weird setting here? This is surface weapons, right? Yeah, it is. It should really be much further than that. Not sure. We'll see. Right, so we've got a couple of planes coming in from here. These are Italian Tornadoes, basically, with cormorants and anti-radiation missiles. We do have some Turkish planes. We're going to try to time them to arrive in this area here, sort of at the same time. We're going to see whether that's going to really work out as we hope. But, yeah, let's just see. We also have spotted this group of enemy aircraft, well, potentially enemy aircraft that are over here. So we are trying to scramble to intercept them, but let's see whether that is going to truly work out or not. And lastly, for this time around, we do have quite a lot of Russian aircraft here in Ukrainian airspace. We are vectoring in a couple of our flights here. We've got a couple of F-15s. You know what, you can just go here directly. We've got 2 Eurofighters. We've got 1 F-35 here, although the F-35 itself, we're going to probably keep that back a little bit, and it's mostly going to be here as a sensor platform. And honestly, it's not going to do that much else. Now, speaking of sensor platforms, I think... So you're going to be ready in only 2 hours or so. You're going to be ready in 2 minutes, so that's actually going to be fine. We're going to launch 1 more of these F-22s. I'm going to try to bring that over or closer to Crimea. The Russians can, and they occasionally do, spot us on radar, especially if we've just launched. So if our aircraft do enter, sorry, not enter, open their weapon base, they can be spotted pretty nicely by the Russian radar, or easily, I should say. That's obviously not quite as good, but we're going to try to keep back a little bit. There are some Russian recon aircraft here that I would try to snipe out, but we're going to see. Let's see. Right, so everyone is doing the thing here. You guys are trying to scramble up there. You guys are moving a little bit... Yeah, no, you're not quite as fast. You are moving at what speed here? These guys are moving at a speed of around 400 knots. So I'm guessing our intercept position would be somewhere... Let's say over here. We're going to try to get there. Right. Oh, wait a minute. What's that? We've got our first subsurface contact here, and it's actually kind of close, 17 miles. That's not that far. Now, let's actually check what we've got here. We've got Penguin. I think that is a torpedo. What I do not see here are any sensors that could actually spot dipping sonar. Well, we've got a dipping sonar. We can try to use that. Okay. We're going to launch this helicopter here, the Seahawk, to try and investigate that contact. I'm very intrigued about what that is. Do we have more aircraft here? We do. I think we should have some, right? Yeah, we've got, for example, you guys here. You are an aircraft, I believe, here. Fixed wing area surveillance. We are going to launch that too, because I'm very intrigued about Russian submarines. And knowing that this thing is over there, let's actually divert a little bit here with this ship. It's pretty fast, so we don't know anything about this yet. Oh, we have a course here. It could be anything. It might... Wait a minute. How can we suddenly detect all of these submarines? You're not surfaced, are you? I don't think you are. We have sent out a couple of anti-submarine warfare patrols around here, but I don't think they've actually arrived yet. So it's intriguing to see these guys, but... And another one over here. Ha! This is odd. Well, we know that there are 3 Russian submarines in the vicinity, so maybe that's them. That's an interesting new development. We're going to see whether that's going to hold up. That sound, I think, was the helicopter from up here. Yeah, we've got you guys. Can I get you to come over here, and then your sensors should be such that honestly you can just use everything. Just feel free to use everything that I've got. Right, so we're going to come there, we're going to try to investigate them. You don't have a lot of sonar bars or anything, but it still might be okay to have you there. Yeah, we're going to spot them very intermediately. It's not going to be consistent throughout, but we'll see. Guess we can accelerate time here slightly. What have we got over here? MiG-31s, SU-35s, MiG-31s. A lot of fighters are in the air currently. And I don't think fighters are our priority target, but it still would be very useful to take them out, obviously. So yeah, let's see. Let's also check on these guys here. Maybe, so you're how far away? 180 miles. You guys here are a little bit further away. So in the meantime, let's have these guys here go slightly slower. So that everyone sort of converges here at the same time. Right, you guys are doing what? Area surveillance. Maybe I would like you to be a little bit more in this area. That's another aircraft launched. Where's that? Oh, it's the F-22. That's alright. Let's get over here and let's actually give you an air weapons hold order because I don't really want you to waste all of these ammunitions. Right, so you guys are not quite getting on a good intercept course here. Yeah, there's 130 miles away from you. You guys, that's going to be 90 miles away from you. It just might work, but it's not incredibly likely. So, yeah, let's try to get over here. Do we have an anti-submarine warfare area, actually? I think, wait a minute. So, I think we did set that up, right? Istanbul. That's in this entire area here. You know, I'm going to pull that out a little bit, at least to include these targets that we've currently spotted, so that our automated stuff can track these guys and we don't need to do that manually necessarily. Right, who are you, by the way? Area surveillance, yeah. Submarine is over here, helicopter is coming in, all of that's good. How's the situation looking up over here? Okay, let's take a look at that. We've got these F-15Cs, and I think it's pretty evident that these guys probably have spotted us here, right? The SU-35. Question is, what are you carrying? Can we reasonably intercept you? Slightly worried about the MiG-31s just behind you. Oh, Antonov here. I don't want to stumble into a fight just for the hell of it, so... And we don't have that many troops over here, so I'm slightly worried about that, actually. Guys, can I actually ask you to refuel from over here? That would be very nice. Huh. How are we going to deal with all of these fighters here? Okay, let's try anyway. And I'm going to go in slightly slower so that our Eurofighters do have a chance to catch up. Maybe that's going to work out in our favor. Also, if we're going to get them over here, we might see some of these surface-to-air missiles engaging their fighters, which obviously would be kind of a nice and a welcome support. Right, let's keep track on these things down here. 186 miles. You guys are how far away? Yeah, we're going to need some time for these guys to match up, really. You guys are all going to try to intercept that. You guys, I think, are trying to bomb these two ships. You've finally turned around, and at some point you're going to engage them. So, that's all pretty good so far. Come on, guys. Get closer. You can actually go military speed, please. Would be really crucial to find out what's going on there. Now, you guys, I think what I want to do here is I actually want to run you with active raiders. And if you do have OCM, just use that too. We could use that on our F-35 too. And you know what? One of you guys did point out that that was potentially a good choice to do. So let's actually do that. Let's use this thing here so that we are jamming these guys. And that might make it slightly more difficult for them, and that would be fantastic. Right, you guys are being jammed. Everyone here is fine. Yeah, this is looking increasingly as though we're not going to reach them. But let's see. I'm also expecting more and more troops to come up over here. But so far we haven't seen anything. Let's take a brief tour here just to make sure that there's no straggler that I forgot to send anywhere where it's really important. Speaking of forgetting things, I should really launch these harm missile guys. And I'm not actually sure whether you can send these guys out as a group as such, but let's try. Yeah, we're not using the Mavericks yet, but everything else is okay-ish. We've got more tankers coming in here, that's alright. We've got 2 flights over here. Who are you actually? You are the Gripens. We've got a 400-mile radius. I want to try it again. Let's try again. We might yet find that that you can do something over here. And please do use cruise speed, actually. That's going to extend that slightly. Right, I did get some noises here. I'm not sure what that was, but it sounded a little bit submarine related. And we are seeing that these guys are around. They might just be whales. They might be a lot of things, but so far we haven't really found out yet. Some sound here. We are seeing missiles. I think that's due to these missiles here, but these are the anti-air missiles of the Ukrainians against the Russians there, which I obviously appreciate quite a bit. Especially on the MiG-31s. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Good shot there. Obviously these are not our points, quote unquote, but still. Okay, we've got 3 MiG-31s at 100 miles. Soon we're going to need to accelerate to make sure that we are really properly intercepting them, because remember, they can launch earlier than we can. You had 0 feet. Did the Russians just order you guys to surface? You're generally surfaced. And you too. That's my very well be why we're spotting these guys all of a sudden. Do we have a cloud cover? No. Clear sky. Okay guys, just try to dive down here for a second and get sort of a visual of what's going on. More missiles, I think over here. Yeah, that's all we're seeing. Slightly annoying that we're getting these notifications here. We are seeing a lot of MiG-31s down there too. And we are seeing some surface-to-air missiles. And that does very much indicate that that is a hostile thing. Okay, so in that case, let's... You know what? I'm simply going to give you the attack order like that. And there's our first and only torpedo in the water from this helicopter. Let's hope that it hits. Yes, very nice. Do we know anything about that? Goblin vanished. Damage. Impacted cross-nodder. I'm not sure what that is, but it does seem like we've just killed off the first thing over here. Now, that incident just now leads me to believe we shouldn't necessarily attack these guys down here. Also, by the way, who are you and why are you suddenly over here? I think you're still within that group, but we just haven't spotted it like that. You guys, yeah, you're just launching, that's okay. You guys are doing your stuff down here. You guys are coming up all over here, that's okay-ish. You guys are still how far away? 150 miles. You guys are 140 miles. Yeah, I think it will match up nicely. Although I should probably send you a little bit more like that. You guys are returning to base now. And I'm hearing more aircraft launch, but I think that's a couple of our automated missions. Oh no, it's this flight over here. That does make some sense. Well, let's bring you over here. You're going to refuel from there, and that's going to be alright. Okay, let's also keep an eye on things over Ukraine itself. So, we've got the MiG-31 here. We've got an Su-35, an unknown flanker, another flanker. Flanker. I would very much like to take out the U-50 there. Couple of things up there. But yeah, nothing too major for now. So let's continue creeping in here. They're not that far away, but I'm still hoping to draw in more of these guys here to the surface-to-air missiles. Yeah, there we go. Nice, that's good. Now, do I want to just give the attack order here? Can I actually ask you to drop a shallow center boy? Do you do that? You have stuff like that, don't you? Can't actually see any of your weapons here. Right, what are we seeing here? Missiles. We're seeing a lot of missiles over the Caucasus. That's pretty far away. These might again be Iskander missiles. We don't really know much about you. Not even your speed. We're going to see. Right, I am going to go and... Ooh, more missiles. All the way up over here over Belarus. Now in real life, that's of course very plausible. But first things first, you guys are all hostile. I don't know what you are, but coming in like that, you definitely seem hostile. To me, you guys have a 40-mile range. Jesus. Let's actually take a look here at the air weapon ranges. Yeah, because I don't want to fly specifically over these targets here. So let's do it like that. Because I'm going to be alright at some point. And you guys should really start dropping... You know what? I'm simply going to assign you to the mission. And that's anti-submarine warfare duty. Istanbul. And there we go. More missiles. What are they launching? Cruise missiles? Iskander missiles? I just don't know yet. But it's a lot of them. That's not great. Okay. These guys up there are destroyed. Great. Good to see. You're engaged offensive. Why are you engaged offensive? I don't think you are. Right. Flankers. Some aircraft over here. Over some Ukrainian city. The MiG-31's down there. Which is the better target here for us? I think I want to use the F-15s against the MiG-31. So you're going to come down here and you're going to actually go to military speed. And then what you're going to do is you're going to launch missiles at these guys here. As soon as you can, please. On the other hand, you guys can divert to the north and try to intercept the Su-35 there. So you, would you mind dropping sonar boys? Interesting to see where these missiles are coming from, but they're going to strike here very rapidly. There's only a limited amount of things that we can do about that, really. Right, you guys should soon be able to launch against the MiG-31s. What are these missiles? I don't know. Could be anti-air missiles coming in from the SU... Oh yeah, it is very likely anti-air missiles coming in from the Su-57 there. Let's see whether we can spot that a bit more here with the Root Ram. We might actually go to cruise speed. I want to keep you around, so I don't want to do that too quickly. You guys, come over here, please. Did you register that order? No, you didn't. You guys are going fast enough? Yeah, I think you are. Right, okay, what's going on here? We've got the flankers. The F-15s are undully engaged sort of everywhere. We've got these surface-to-air missiles coming in for stuff. That's alright here, I think. This one is the one that I'm slightly worried about. Because he's going to turn away as soon as he sees this missile coming, which means he's going to try to... These missiles are going to lose their target lock. That's fine. And it's actually very nice to see that SA-10 coming in, because again, he's now going to fire again. Ooh, or he's going to hopefully turn away, at least here from this missile, as he sees that coming in now. Because these missiles, his missiles otherwise might have a target lock. Ooh, they do. More importantly, the Su-57 here. This is really hard to pin down for us, and his missiles are definitely coming in. So, not great. Also, you guys are sending further missiles there. That's okay-ish. Yeah, I don't think they're going to hit us at all, because he's going to turn away. But here we go. Yeah, the Su-57 there is a huge problem for us. Well, at least his second missile missed, but not the first one. Yeah, we really have to recognize the fact that it seems pretty likely that in such an engagement, NATO would lose a significant amount of forces here. Okay, the Eurofighters are dodging it out with the... No, he's gone, so that should be alright. More missiles, more missiles, more missiles. Yeah, taking out the radar installations. So that's the Russian cruise missiles here. Right, let's revisit the situation down here. I think you guys should soon start to see launches happening against these aircraft here. Again, we don't know what they are, but I bet you these are not friendly. So let's start firing off some targets here. Your sensors are not on. You should be on, and soon you're going to start firing there. What are you guys doing? Engaged offensive. Yeah, let's try to find out what exactly these things down here are. Eurofighter has been destroyed. Not good. Second Eurofighter did get away. I hear a lot of launch noises, so I'm paranoid that I'm forgetting someone somewhere. But so far everything seems to be fine. Okay, we're launching a lot of missiles here. Nice to see. We're going to find out what they are soon, I think. Right, let's take a look at the situation here against the SS aircraft. 94 miles, 97 miles. Okay, that's fine. Guys, go back to you guys can actually go military speed here because you're slightly further behind. You guys can go to cruise speed, and I would actually like you to go to low altitude, 1000, please. Same here with you, 1000 is fine. And obviously same with you too. Right. Everyone dive down, keep out of the aircraft engagement range of these guys, and then we're going to launch soon, sort of at everyone at the same time. What are you guys doing? I did send you here, didn't I? Well, that might have been a mistake. These Turkish aircraft here, the F-16s, have a huge problem. Further missiles here. I'm really not sure where they are all coming from. Oh, there's the Su-57. This one, we only have one aircraft here remaining, but we're gonna just fire at him as we can. Just use sort of everything that we've got. He's very difficult to pin down, which is one of the obvious problems here. But let's see. We've got at least a couple of aircraft left. Root ram can't fire either. Some engagements over there. Various planes up over here. I think we are sending in further aircraft. Yeah, you guys are coming in there. That's fine. Everyone is coming in. Nice. Tankers are coming over here. All of that's good. Where are the Gripens? You guys are the Gripens, right? Yeah. So far, you're doing fine. These F-16s might come in later too. You guys are, I think, all returning to base. You can do that. Okay, fine. You guys were safe over here. Lots of these aircraft here are being shot down at least. Even though it's a little bit cheating, let's actually check what they are. Weapon end game. They are... we don't know. Weapon damage? No. Huh, well, we don't know. At any rate, we're shooting them down, which is all I really care about. Well, I do care about these submarines too. It's so many things to manage. Yeah, the F-15 here might be in trouble. Not actually sure what you launched against. Oh, the SU-35 there. No, no, this is not meant for you. Go away. Ah, Jesus. 2 F-15s down. That's a significant development here. Grippen's over there. Various mobile installations over here. And it seems like you're doing pretty fine here. We lost track of these missiles. That's slightly unfortunate. Guys, I think sticking to a minimum altitude might still be a very good idea, seeing what's coming in from here. And you know what, you guys, stay over here for the moment, please. Because I do think you've got a couple of sidewinders here that you could use. A couple of our guys are coming home, that's alright-ish. And this fiendish SU-57. Some missiles over here. But yeah, these guys are now trying to run away from us, it seems. No, let's actually check what's going on here. Flankers, but you're being engaged by the surface-to-air missiles. So that's okay-ish. And I would like to try and catch these guys at the very least, the SU-57 here. I think he might be returning home. But we're going to see. Ooh, look at that. They have actually launched against us. Well, I'm hoping that they're going to be shot down. These missiles are going to lose their targeting. And that should be fine then. Yeah. No problem. No problem whatsoever. Great, great, great. Good. How are things down here? You've got them within range, I think. You've got them within range, don't you? So pretty much our most important target is this guy out of weapon range. So what is your weapon range here? 70 miles. Is that? 71. Okay, let's conduct that attack then. Ooh, also, why are you so damn high? What's your, do you have a minimum launch altitude? You probably do, but it's probably fine. Yeah, 200 feet. So 1,000 feet should be pretty alright-ish. You can go back to cruise speed, please. You guys have fallen behind a little bit because I realized I didn't actually sort of register that order. Oh yeah, so if you do altitude adjustment for a group, it just doesn't seem to recognize that. Curious, but there we go. Let's dive down. Probably a little bit late to be doing that, but what can we do? Right, come on. 70 miles. You should be able to launch now, shouldn't you? Yeah, there we go. Okay, you're going to fire off 2 missiles against that target. We might also fire off a single missile here towards you. And a single missile towards you. Go. Come on, go. Okay, missiles have approximately reached this guy, so at this point we can also start to target him. And I think I would like to target him with 6 further missiles. He's really the biggest and most important target, so that should be okay. And then you guys can send 1 further missile against each of these targets. And you guys are how far away? 57 miles. You guys are how far away? 53. So yeah, we can wait for the missiles to reach the first group. And the purpose here is really to try to overwhelm them as much as possible. Your range is not sufficient. 30 miles. Ooh, Jesus, that's really bad. Okay, in that case, let's have you guys... Come on. Let me select that flight. Ah. Okay, sometimes the interface really isn't the best. Right, guys. Military speed, please. That's alright though. Start with the group that's slightly to the rear here. You've got 4 missiles. I'm not sure whether you can target these guys. Yeah, you can. So let's do that. 2 missiles each. And then you guys are going to target this guy with sort of everything that we've got. There we go, come on. You guys are returning to base, I think. Should be okay. And what's your range here? Your total range is 600 miles? You need to come over here, right? Why don't you try to use cruise speed? Designated SAMs. I'm hoping that these SAMs are not being launched at our aircraft, but rather at the missiles that are coming in. But of course we don't know that. Guys, you've got the cormorants, that's okay. You guys also got the cormorants. You guys need to come in fast, you're doing that. You guys are coming in fast, you're doing that. Cormorants, what's your launch altitude? 200 feet. Maybe that's what we should actually be using. So I'm going to do a manual override here and use 200 feet altitude for you and the same for you, please. There we go. Right, you guys are returning to base. That's cool. And I don't actually think that you're being targeted here, but alright, let's see. Let's also keep on checking what's over here. I think we've shot down everyone there, so that's alright. And that's actually not too bad at all. Right, let's send you back home like this then. And we've got a lot of flights here then that really have nowhere to go. So we don't need that. You guys have launched a bomb at this guy. Let's try to get over here then. And you guys all maybe get back towards here. And try to just refuel, stay in the air, see what else is going to come up there. And that should be okay-ish. Right, we're seeing lots and lots of missiles here. But most of them are coming south, which I think is pretty nice. Also, why do we see that these guys are so much slower? Because they are. They just are. Okay, so we basically have 2 waves now. One of these cruise missiles and another one of the harm missiles. Now that's not necessarily bad. I would of course have preferred to everyone launch at the same time. But if that's not possible, then let's do the next best thing. You guys are heading to a refuel point here, aren't you? Yes, you are. Do I want that? Or do I want to force you to push ahead and maybe launch a couple of missiles here? Well, you're pretty far away from any sort of target. So, but do we want to refuel you just to have 2 missiles in the air? Well, you're a single fighter, so maybe that does make sense. Okay, you guys are trying to hunt down the Su-57 here, which I very much want to target if at all possible. Right, but let's keep on looking at things down here. So you did see 2 explosions there and another one down there. So yeah, our missiles are being targeted. And you might actually indeed come for our aircraft here. Not cool, but let's see. You guys also go back to cruise speed. Let the other guys catch up a little bit. You not actually go low to speed. Bleed off some speed so that at least our second salvo here is coming in. But yeah, you can see even massively overwhelming them with that amount of missiles and some planes in the air doesn't seem to be particularly effective. Well, I say that, but we're at least close enough to scoring a hit here, and we've got still 12 missiles in the air against this guy, although only really 4 of them are anywhere near to striking him. You can see, yeah, he was shot down by guns there. And I think that might have been actually a hit. Let's look at the weapon endgame here. So yeah, the 100mm gun missed them. But there was a grumble impact, so that was not, I think, a hit against the target. He was shot down just before we could reach him. Such a shame. Come on, at least one hit here would be nice. Just one hit. No, not that either. That's a shame. That really is a shame. And you guys are trying to avoid these missiles. I'm not sure they actually fired against you. But we have to presume, I guess. Right, things up over here. Yeah, I think these guys are just too fast. We're burning... Oh. I thought we were running military speed. But apparently we aren't. Right. These missiles are not coming in against you. You can just continue to fly at the target here, please. $40 miles. I mean, that's dangerously close. And this is the highest priority target, so we're going to fire off everything against them. Come on, what was your range again? Cormoran. Cormoran? Was that the Cormoran? I don't think it was. Yeah, it was. 30 miles. 7 miles out. You guys do run there. To attack them with at least 2 more. And just because I'm greedy, I am going to say that we're going to attack these 2 targets here with 1 missile each. It's not much, but at least it's something that we can do. Okay, we've got a missile coming in for that target down there. That at least should be really easy to hit. He's basically hurt already. There we go. He's being sunk here. That's nice. We've already launched at this guy. I think we have 2 more missiles against these targets up there, so that should all be okay. But that's really the small stuff. The important stuff is happening over here. But yeah, you can see basically our missiles are being culled here. I don't think we got a single hit here for our efforts. Lots of missiles in the air. And not much to do with that. Come on, how far out are you? 40 miles. Streaming in very rapidly here. That's okay, but yeah, nothing really to see over here. Got a couple of flankers down there. With very few aircraft that are ready. Only basically these tankers, and then these guys coming in here. Yeah, you're basically there to try to attack some of these mobile installations, but we'll see really. Now, do we think that this guy is... Don't we have more aircraft down here in Turkey? Maritime surveillance, and you're another aircraft, right? A proper aircraft. Yeah, what if you guys got over here as a helicopter? The Marlet. What's the Marlet? The Marlet is something to target ships with. 5-mile range. You could be the thing to take out this ship. But on the other hand, we also close anyway. Ooh! Here are all of these missiles, and they seem to be coming in straight for the Duncan. They're pretty fast and they're pretty low, 200 feet. Guys, I know that was not your original mission, but can I grab at least like 2 of these planes and come down to very low altitude, come towards them, and try to shoot them down with the stuff that you've got. We don't have the best missiles here. Well, we don't have the worst missiles either, though. So yeah, that could actually work pretty nicely. You guys go loiter speed here, please. Everything else down there seems fine, yeah, but let's continue to go back over here. You guys are, by now, I think you can return to high altitude here. Go back to cruise speed, please. I don't think these missiles are aimed at you at all. Might just be unlucky enough to hit them anyway. Yeah, lots of guided missiles here coming in, I think, for the Duncan. I think it is. But the extra thing I wanted to check here is this guy. So yeah, let's launch you and check out that contact there. I hope at least that we're going to be able to read it. Read it? Get there. Okay, afterburner, please. The target was dropped there. No, that's a different sound of what's going on here. You are landing, I think. Yeah, you barely have any fuel left. But what was that sound? It's not up here anywhere, is it? No. Yeah, it's probably these guys. Oh no, it's these missiles here being launched. That's fine. The only thing that I really need to be careful is that you guys, once you have launched, you're trying to run away like that and return to normal altitude. Which is exactly not what I want you to do, please. So do please stay on a low altitude. You can go back to cruise speed. But yeah, don't just try to rise up high and do it like that. Okay, helicopter has been launched. That's this Wildcat here. Let's bring it over here. Hopefully it does have enough range. And let's take a look at this flight over here. Because now that you guys don't have anything in terms of missiles either, you also need to move back over there, cruise speed, low altitude, and afterwards you can very much return home to base. Thank you. 12 missiles on our way, but I very much think that that's not likely to score any hits there. Right, let's start shooting at these guys here with our sidewinders, so that hopefully at least can take out some of them. You know what? You guys also have sidewinders that are left, right? Yeah, but these guys are too fast. 600 knots. Are we going to be able to reach anything over there? And why are you flying in that direction when I tell you to fly this way? There's also another vampire coming in here. Pretty fast speed. Not sure what it does. Oh, and further missiles up over here over the Baltic. That's really, really kind of odd. Very, very difficult to point down what that could be. Might be cruise missiles, might be anti-air missiles. They're sort of sea skimming, it seems to me. Very low altitude here. We even registered a negative altitude there for a second, which I think kind of unlikely. But yeah, I guess that's something to take into account. Okay, one more bomb for you guys to launch and then you can return home. Okay, apparently we did score a hit here. Let's have you guys turn around. Lots of missiles here being launched at the first target. I don't think that's quite accurate, but I think Duncan is starting to launch too. No, it actually doesn't seem like that. Seems like it's all these guys. But they're launching proper sidewinders now. Not sidewinders, the AIM 120s. There we go. That was nice. Return to base, please. You've guys earned it. Going? Where are they going? That's really so odd. Let's bring you back over here. Let's go to medium altitude at least so that we're not immediately picked up there. Yeah, but massive cruise missile attacks here, I think. Yeah, we're not reaching the Su-57 here, so we might as well go back to loiter speed. Where you guys going? Heading to a refuel point. Do you actually need to? You are... What's your base? What is your base? return to base? Can you just do that? Or you immediately... I think your base is down here, right? That's 200 miles. You don't need to refuel. Keep the fuel for people who really need it, please. Okay, bombs our way on all of these 3 ships. Good impact there. Nice. When exactly can you start shooting this guy here? Gun has no local control and no available directors. Are your sensors off or something? No, all of your sensors are on. Then please, Duncan, tell me, why can't you launch against this target? You know what? If you can't launch there for some odd reason, let's use the helicopter for this job. I don't want to expend harpoon missiles on that. Right, things here are, I mean, they look kind of okay because we've got at least 4 missiles that are nearly striking there, but I kind of doubt. You see how many missiles are coming in, how many guys are shooting at them. Maybe that was a hit? I don't think, it could be that, yes, it does indeed seem like that was a hit. That's huge. That's a really, really important hit there. I think at the very least. So let's double check that. So weapon endgame. Missed Cormoran. Did Cormoran hit at any point? I think it must have. Weapon damage? Yes. Moskva hit. At least 4 missiles did hit them. Ooh, that's very nice. Yeah, it was the European Cormorans that did make the difference over here. Great. Guys, return to base. Yeah, just cruise speed, please. Max altitude. Nice. The Moskva was really by far the most important target here. Whew, that's nice. That's a very nice revenge on the things that we've seen earlier. But also, it's only a small part of things here. Guys, attack them, please. There you go. Okay, let's briefly take stock of the situation here. So, there are 4 ships left over there, which is principally fine. We've also got a couple of missiles here streaming one way or another. We don't really know what's going on with them. You guys should also try to make your way over there. Do we know their speed? Yeah, 535 miles. Let's go to cruise speed then. We're going to try to intercept them. A couple of our guys are returning home, which is fine. And yeah, we still got a lot of Russian ships. So that's pretty much the first surface ship that we did manage to sink at all, I believe. No, that's not true. They were the spy ships. But yeah. We also need to make sure that these submarines here are not doing funny things. These guys might be spooling up their speed. But that's okay-ish. You guys, I believe, should be going down here a little bit. And what's your aircraft situation look like? 6 hours until we can get the helicopter rolling again. That's a little bit long. But yeah. So the interesting bit is, are we going to sink these 2 ships? That would be nice. Are we going to be able to deal with all of these vampires that are presumably coming in towards Constanta? Maybe towards our Aegis system? Very interesting to see. SU-57 still running rampant among our forces, but at the very least we are getting some good intel here, so I like to see that. And we might actually turn this off for a second here just to see what's going on. Ukrainian aircraft are back at doing their thing over here, and we've got a couple of things that are finally coming somewhere where I think they are going to be very well set up. 200 miles until you've got your return to base, so you're all not going to need to refuel from this situation there. I'm going to set that up in between episodes and then rethink our targeting of Crimea, and that should be that. That being said, this has taken way too long, so thank you very much for watching. Hope you did enjoy our little revenge over here. Let me know down in the comments below, and I hope to see you around next time. Bye bye.